Madi, and I'm going to talk about becoming a Renaissance chick. And I'd like to start off with an excerpt from a Mary Oliver poem. It's from The Summer Day. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? And I think I want to become a Renaissance chick. What exactly is a Renaissance chick? In my opinion, it's someone who is a Joe of all trades. I changed that to Joe because it's gender non-conforming. And they have many interests and they're passionate about all of them, and it makes them a really well-rounded person. In theory, it's the best of both worlds, because who wouldn't want to be a talented musician, an award-winning mathematician, and a super fast runner all at the same time? But people often fall into a trap, like I have multiple times, where they want to be the best at everything they do. In other words, they become perfectionists. I used to only involve myself in activities that I was good at or that I felt comfortable in, like running and dancing, and that was before I came to CSG. Luckily, I learned to love myself, my actions, and the world around me, and without these lessons, I think I was headed down the path to becoming an unhappy perfectionist Renaissance chick. But I'm not. With the valuable lessons that I learned here at CSG, like gratitude, it has shaped me into the person that I am today. A singer, dancer, runner, invested student, and a friend. What I think is more important, however, is what CSG has led me to aspire to be, and that's why I also consider myself a dreamer. And here's me rock climbing, and we're on a boat over here, and I don't look that happy, but trust me, I am. In the future, I hope that I can become an avid backpacker, a vegan, minimalist, van dweller, lifelong learner, environmentalist, and an intersectional STEMnist. As for becoming an avid backpacker, we went on a week-long base camping trip for expedition, and I fell in love once again with the outdoors. One of my main takeaways from the trip was that I want to go camping for the rest of my life. Unfortunately, that's probably not realistic, especially during college, but I will try my best to get outdoors. I think being a vegan, a minimalist, a van dweller, and an environmentalist all tie together because my main motivation for becoming that kind of person is that I want to lessen my impact on the earth. And I think CSG has led me to aspire to be that because of the people who lead by example here, whether that's living in their car, Hannah, or everyone who's vegan or vegetarian, and Carrie for showing us all the specific examples of how humans impact water and the ocean, let alone the land or air. That's a whole nother mess. And another major part of my goal is to become a lifelong learner. Before I came to CSG, I was fairly unhappy with the education I was getting, and I thought at the time I was just burnt out because I was making myself go really in depth in activities that I'm not really passionate about. And coming here, I realized that I wasn't burnt out. It just wasn't the right education. I wasn't getting what I should be getting. So my goal for life is to go through it learning what I want, when I want, how I want. The last attribute that I'm most excited to become is an intersectional STEMnist. And this is kind of a compilation of two different things, an intersectional feminist and a person who supports STEM. So being an intersectional feminist, I'm someone who believes in equality for women, but also anyone, whether they're a marginalized citizen based on their race or their gender, sexuality, anything like that. And being someone who supports STEM, especially females in STEM, is also a really important part of me. And I think being an intersectional feminist really encompasses all that I am, because I'm a young, mixed-race female who's interested in pursuing a career with science. So really, how could I not be an And I want to close my presentation by viewing my first action as an intersectional feminist, which is a film I created to expose the public to nitrogen pollution expressed through poetry and dance.
Like a tsunami, plunging into the depths. I have no home, belonging to the island of misfit toys. Dirty, you call me, disgusting, filthy, gross. You made me. I'm your trash. Don't turn a blind eye. Who am I then? I'm a paradox. One man's trash, that's another man's come up. That's me. You fling me across your freshly groomed, manicured, imported from China lawn. When the rain comes, I drip, drip down the drain, taken down a dark, slimy path where lie secrets that you never want to know. Reduce, reuse, recycle. You continuously bark at yourselves right after the storm drain has swallowed my relatives. Gone forever down the same metal death march I walked. It's gone now, you say, but I'm not. Strike me down and I will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. You don't believe in what you can't see. And you can't see these feasting photosynthesizers, the phytoplankton, basking in the rays of the sun as they inhale everything in sight. And grow, they grow and grow and grow. That's cultural eutrophication, that's hypoxia, that's me. And no, I'm not gone. Can't breathe. Fins feel like fire. Tail feels like ice stung by a biting wind. Jack Frost nipping on your nose, but body cramping up, shriveling, freezing. Darkness coming over. Stormy cloud rushing past. Eyes glazing over. Can't breathe. Can't breathe. Falling down to nowhere. Down a dark, slimy path where lie secrets that you never want to know. Down I go. If you can't see it, it doesn't exist. Can't see me. I don't exist. I was killed by suction-cupped lungs. I'm not a part of this world where I lived. My life eradicated by my death. Can't comprehend and can't breathe. Can't breathe. Can't breathe. Not my fault. Not a fishing net. Not an empty stomach. Can't breathe. It's... My fault. My waste, my impact flowing down the drain. That garbage came from me. From the lawn with plastic painted peonies. From the dark slimy path where lie secrets that you never want to know. My fault. I want to change the world. But I have changed the world. I killed an animal, a cod wading through the currents. It caught a breath on the wrong side of the world, shot by a bullet of H2O without the O. I will change the world. I will not gag a fish. I will not gag a fish. I'll refuse fertilizers. I'll plant cover crops. I'll fight for clean wastewater treatment. Our consciences can rest knowing 1/7 of the world's population will be fed tomorrow. I will change the world. That's my promise. And this time, it will be for the better. I will change the world. I promise.